Hello, welcome to the Sharpest Teeth. My name is Saturn. I am a tarot reader with over 15 years of experience, and I am here to give Taurus Collective a reading. We are just going to light this shit up again a little bit because I just finished a reading for Aries, and I changed the color scheme to go along with the vibes. Just to switch up the vibes, and we're just gonna do a little clearing here, okay? And we're actually gonna use different cards. So, one second. I am wearing pants, as you saw just now. I don't know why I felt the need to give that disclaimer, but I get self-conscious with my knees. I get self-conscious, but I am hypermobile. So, for better or for worse, that's where we're at. And I'm hoping to get this space a little bit more cozy and situated so that we can have kind of like a steady flow of like background, so that we can kind of have that same vibes coming along. Anyway, Taurus, I just pulled out the Rider-Waite. I felt like I needed some different cards. I feel like I need a big draught of water. I feel like I need some water. There's a lot of like, this is like different vibes. This is different vibes. Okay, Taurus, girl. You are needing to take care of your body. You are needing to like take care of your surroundings. I don't know if you have let the house go a little bit, your space go a little bit, but I'm seeing some like needing for literal cleaning, but also like when we clean our physical space, it clears our spiritual space as well, energetically, right? There's so many vibes around it. We have the Hangman on the bottom here, okay? I'll just pull that out. So, already getting that sense of like needing to clear the air, needing to clear the space, needing to just kind of out with the old type-ish, right? Okay, you don't need to hold on to all of that stuff that you're holding on to. It is for sure time to let go, babe. For sure, okay? And like, what better time to do it than the present, okay? This is coming to you when it needs to come to you. This is where we're at, okay? Not the best time, I fear, but what has changed, you know? So I would just say, like, I just am really feeling like, okay, there's a lot going on, it's a bit overwhelming, but that doesn't mean that we get to stop taking care of ourselves. Now, does it? No, it does not, okay? We can indulge in some things. Oh my god, okay, so these ones popped up. We have the Five of Coins in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. That's wild. Okay. Yep. I mean, what was I just saying? I feel like that just like affirms what I'm talking about right now, right? Or it's just like, I don't want to take care of myself. I got nothing going for me. And then inaction, and then misuse of action, right? The King of Wands in reverse is not fun. Okay, we have the Tower here in the split of the deck. We got the Tower. Ooh, big moment for you. Also, one of these cards is upside down. It's a big time, right? And I mean, we are currently in this Tower moment collectively, right? I gotta find that upside down card. What is it? Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, again, like, okay. Okay. What in the repression is going on here? Okay. Yes, yes, times are fucking tumultuous. Yes, it is fucking hard. Yes, shit is crumbling all around us, and things are very difficult currently. Yes. And yes, we don't always know what to do. And yes, we can feel like we are being left out in the cold, and we can feel that there is no hope for us, and we can get into this, I don't know, this physical mindset of being in a rut. And like, it's not like thinking, going in just into this, like, there's just this like mental spiral going on, right? Like this falling into despair. It's like, things never work out for me. Why does everything bad happen all at the same time? Life is freaking awful. I don't know how to take care of myself. I'm feeling like I just want to fucking not be here anymore. This is the type of shit that I'm picking up right now. A King of Wands in reverse, very much this like, I could just go back to how I was doing before. That was kind of working out for me, even though it wasn't really working out, clearly, because that's why I moved on and tried to do something different with my life. But there's this definite like, I could just go back to the way things were when I was ignoring everything and not doing anything good for myself, and I was just kind of in this pit of despair and taking years off of my life, right? Okay? The Princess fucking Bride up in here, where we're just feeling like, I don't know, like some of us are just like strapping ourselves to this machine, and it's just like sucking away our life in our little hidey hole, okay? And that is not what we want. Are you fucking kidding me? No, of course that's not what we want. We know that that's not what we want, right? It goes against our intuition. It goes against what feels correct, right? It's not, we're all out of whack. We're all out of whack because of all of this, right? And we're in this moment, right? The freaking Hangman came out first, right? The Hangman was on the bottom. It's about surrender. It's about letting go. It's about recognizing what we do not have control over and what we do have control over, right? And also, it's about taking back our power, right? We can feel our despair and our grief and still be powerful and be empowered and empower each other. They're not mutually exclusive. In fact, you need both of them. They go together like rama lama lama, okay? Like, if we are ignoring this grief, ignoring this huge shift in dynamic, and just not wanting to feel it and like shutting down emotionally, we are giving away our power. We're giving away our power, right? And it's totally, I totally get it. I'm doing this shit, man. Like, and it's hard. It's so hard to not dissociate and just to not go into those survival patterns that we know so well, that are like just a little route in our brain that's just so well worn, right? What we could use right now is just a pause and a deep breath, and to do our best even when we're not feeling our best. It's totally reasonable to not feel our best right now. It's totally reasonable. And I think that it's also quite possible you're taking on too much, right? And we had that, like, these just flew out. We had that, right? We're taking on too much, and like we have too much. And we have too much. We're just sitting with all of this stuff that we have, instead of like letting it go. And oh my god, this fucking guy, okay, this guy. So, and this is your card, babe. That's you, girl, okay? So, we need to kind of just go back to what we know works, right? we fall back on the traditions that have worked for us. We fall back on asking for advice from the people that we trust. We fall back on sharing how we're feeling, congregating with people who are feeling similarly to us, and people who will not judge us for how we're feeling, or at least will provide a space where we aren't being judged. And really giving it up, you know, really whatever, turning it over, okay? We're not trying to fix anything right now. We don't have to fix ourselves. We just have to take care of ourselves, right? And gosh, I know, like, I'm feeling like there is this, God, Taurus, you're really going through it, man. Like this feeling of like I'm a burden, and like feeling like you're just kind of like, how is it, right? How is it that you are simultaneously, you're taking on too much, and then you're also feeling like you are too much, and you're not too much. You're not, okay? You're not a burden. The people around you want to help you and take care of you, and just because you feel like you're going through it constantly doesn't mean that the people who show up for you don't want to continually show up for you, because they do, because they fucking love you, dude. I really think that what I said at the beginning about clearing out your stuff and like letting go of shit, I think there's some like, I'm seeing like a shoebox. There's something nostalgic that you have kept around, probably multiple things if we're being real here, but there's like something in specific that I'm seeing that you need to kind of like go through and look at and like lay to rest. Like maybe burn it in a safe way, or I just said in a safe way, and then I was thinking of the grocery store for some reason. Or like you just need to get rid of it. You really need to like pay your respects to it and let it die. You know? You just gotta let it go. Because there's something about it that is like really energetically tied to you. I'm seeing literally like a physical string. And it's like a double, it goes both ways, right? Like you are tied to it and it is tied to you. It's two strings. Or it's one string and it's going through y'all. I don't know. But you're tied to this thing, and yeah, you really gotta cut ties. Really doing like a cord cutting ceremony. We're really needing to just like move through this, because we can't fight the tower. It's just, it's fucking crumbling, man, okay? It's gonna crumble. Whether or not you let go of the fucking the thing, you know, it's falling apart, okay? And either you accept that and you let it go and it falls apart, or you hold on to this thing that has crumbled already, and then you're just holding on to this shit that is, it's no longer effective. It doesn't work. Maybe it never worked to begin with, but there was a time where it felt like it kept you safe, but it's not anymore. And it's quite possible that it's hurting you. I'm getting a lot of like visuals, right? So I'm like really seeing like you're holding on to something so tight that it hurts. So like, who are you serving? How does that help? There is this call to change. This is this call to do something. There's this call to shift and move with the shift, and so many of us collectively are just resisting so hard because it's a huge change. It's a huge one. And a lot of us are being asked to step up to the mat. And a lot of us are not feeling ready. And I'm gonna let you know. I rarely feel ready to do something. I think a lot of people rarely feel ready to do something, right? But then we do it anyway. We do it scared. We do it brand fucking new, and that's how we learn. That's how we learn how to do it, right? And we have some guidance here to help us along the way. We have the ability to try this new thing and let our old self be, I was going to say laid to rest, but really that's not quite right, but integrated. We're integrating that self. It's not that we're leaving it behind. It's just that we're not holding it so much anymore. Page of Swords. Okay? It's new. We got the pages. We got the pages and the majors all up in this business, okay? It feels new. And it feels kind of out of whack. And it feels not really natural. And we gotta do it. We do it clumsy, right? We don't admit ourselves over to the inaction and despair. Are you kidding me? This is wild. This is a wild read. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Reverse. Feeling down on our luck. Really feeling crushed by that wheel right now. And then the Knight of Cups. Okay. So we level up through this experience. We level up. And through the acknowledgement that this is something that, time doesn't stand still. It's not even now. It's all of the times all at once. We're just experiencing it now. And that's the only way that we can experience it, right? But once we go through this mess, we come out the other side and we've leveled up. And we're ready to go on this journey. And we're ready to speak our truths, and we're ready to share our emotions and really feel our shit that we got going on, right? Because it's not like we haven't done it before. We do have practice. I know you have some practice. It's just not natural to you because you haven't practiced it enough, you know what I'm saying? And it's it's hard. I know it's hard to practice. It's not easy, and sometimes it's painful, and it's not fun all the time, but it's necessary. Yeah, it's necessary, and it's helpful, because again, we don't want to be tied to this old shit, especially when the Tower, it's kind of clearing all that out for you already, and you look kind of silly holding on to these rocks, saying, no, this is my tower. No, this is my tower. This is my home. This is where this is my home. This is where I live. And there's nothing there, babe. There's nothing there to hold on to. It's not there anymore. But you get that. You know that. And I think that you're ready to take on something new, to go find deeper meaning. Find deeper meaning in your life. And damn, I never noticed this Knight of Swords has fish all up on their coat. all up on their armor. That's cool. I like those fish. Those fish are cool, right? Don't you want to hang out? Don't you want to be the guy in the cool jacket with the fish on it? Don't you want to, like, really feel yourself and what you are representing through your physical appearance, through your physical space, right? Don't you really want to, like, feel that and embody that? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't you though? Like, doesn't that sound so much better than, like, hoarding all of this old shit, physical, emotional, and spiritual, and mental? Like, you're really just, like, holding on to all of this stuff, all of these old beliefs, all of these old things, all of these old relationships, all of these old ways of thinking, and, like, it's not helping you. It's making you goddamn miserable, dude. And, like, you are being crushed by it. So, again, you don't have to identify with what you are being crushed by. Does that make sense? You know, like, we have this shit going on with everything. We don't have to identify with it. Yes, it is happening. Yes, it is there. Yes, we can, like, acknowledge that and accept that, but that doesn't mean that we have to be crushed by it or defined by it, right? We can still get together and we can still find peace and solitude and camaraderie, comradeship, okay? We can find the leaders that we need. We can collaborate with each other and with our fucking higher powers. We don't have to be victims of fate. We don't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. Because the tables turn. One way or another, the tables turn. And instead of feeling like we are just, like, being turned by the tables, it's so important that we can empower ourselves to understand the ways that it works and understand how we are a part of it and how we affect each other and how we affect ourselves, how we affect the world, how we are interconnected, and all that stuff. Okay? And I'm not just talking about ideologically, you know? Like, I'm talking about really, really, like, feet on the ground, getting this shit done, getting this work done. And, like, it's time, you know? It's time to really live up to what we know we can do instead of feeling, like, crushed by our shoulds. Instead of, like, shoulding all over ourselves and, like, drowning ourselves in that. And defining ourselves by, like, what we should be doing but are not doing. Right? What are you doing? What can you do? What will you do? And how are you going to do it? And, like, acknowledge what you have done. And acknowledge that you can do it because you have done it. And so, right, like, you have some practice. You just got to keep showing up. And showing up is the hardest part. But it's the most important part as well, right? Like, once you show up, that's the hard part. That's done. Then now you just got to be there. and fumble your fucking way through it. Because we're new. We're new at this. We're coming into a new time. Okay. I've said enough. I'm good. I love you. I do. And I hope this helped. I hope it didn't just feel like I'm chastising you. I don't really feel like... Sometimes I feel like that when I'm doing tarot readings. Anyway, big hugs. And I hope it's helped. And give me the thumbs up, the likes, and the subscribes, and the comments, and the things that help me help you and get my message out into the world. It's the internet, okay? I'll see you later. Bye.